Hello horror fans, and once again welcome back to the scariest channel on YouTube, Top 5 Scary Videos. Today we're back at it again and we're hitting you up with our second episode in the Monster Files series, our latest foray into the horrifying world of cinematic horror fandom. If you haven't checked out our first part, Leatherface Scariest Kills, then definitely check it out. What's going on guys? As always, I'll be your horror host Jack Finch, as today in our second episode of the Monster Files we take a look at the big guy himself in the top 5 scary Michael Myers chase scenes. Roll the clip. Now, it's no closely guarded secret that Halloween, John Carpenter's 1978 slasher masterpiece, is one of the greatest horror films ever made. Because it is, no questions asked. But it wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for the big blue overalls himself, the Shape, Michael Myers, the silent, relentless killer wielding one hell of a sharp knife. He gave rise to a horror hallmark, an idea that Tobe Hooper's Leatherface germinated but couldn't quite pull off, the chase sequence. That nail-biting, heart-racing moment where we as an audience are on the edge of our seats pleading with the victims to get away from their impending slaughter. Well, let's take a look then, shall we? Before we do that though guys, you know the drill by now. If you're a fan of this video, the Halloween series, Michael Myers, or just top 5 scary videos in general, then please be a dear and hit that thumbs up button as well as that subscribe bell so you can stay up to date with our latest and greatest uploads. If you're a fan of the Monster Files series, please let us know your thoughts in the comment box down below. Who should we cover next? Kicking off at number 5, John and Molly, Halloween H2O, 1998.
Keep moving! No! 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 Come on!
I'm going to level with you all. Although it may be an unpopular opinion, I'm actually a huge fan of 1998's Halloween H2O. Jamie Lee Curtis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Josh Hartnett. What more can you ask for from a late 90s film, right? Maybe I'm just being nostalgic, but Halloween H2O managed to capture a time and a place, and it also held up as a decent slasher flick. For all of its shortcomings, it had one of the best set-piece chase sequences in the entire franchise that highlighted Michael Myers as the dread-inspiring presence that he really is. In this scene, we find John, Laurie Strode's son, played by Josh Hartnett, and his girlfriend Molly as they're relentlessly pursued by Michael through the grounds of Hillcrest Academy. Josh Hartnett gets stabbed in the leg and the pair quickly flee behind a metal gate. This is where Michael truly shines, frantically slashing and swiping at his prey. As we as an audience know that the keys to the gate are actually on the floor, we get that awful punch in the gut feeling when Michael looks down and realizes he can use the keys, and we terrifyingly understand that Michael Myers isn't just a mindless beast with zero intelligence. You can't just hide behind a locked door like you could with some rabid dog. He's human, just like us. Next up at number 4, the hospital chase scene, Halloween 2, 1981. And what more can I say about this scene other than it's 5 minutes of pure horror mastery, and in a film that really held its own after the stellar display of Halloween. Halloween 2, directed by Rick Rosenthal and released in 1981 with executive backing from John Carpenter himself, finds us mere moments after the cliffhanger that we were left with after the original. It picked up that momentum and it just kept running. Not only does this scene feature, in my opinion, one of the best slasher death scenes in the genre, where Michael Myers seemingly murders and picks up Nurse Jill with merely a scalpel, it also features one of the most nail-biting chase sequences in the franchise. It takes place in Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, of all places, if hospitals aren't already terrifying enough, and the Shape is seemingly unstoppable on his murderous campaign. From a cinematic perspective, Halloween 2 really highlights the fact that Michael Myers can appear out of nowhere. There's no buzzing of chainsaws to herald his arrival, there's no 1-2 Freddy's coming for you. The Shape just appears, and unless you're Jamie Lee Curtis, you're probably already dead. Coming in at number 3, Rachel and Jamie, Halloween 4, 1988. This scene is actually really good in an otherwise lackluster movie. This is the period in the Halloween franchise where things just got really weird and Michael kind of lost his visceral feel and turned more into a paranormal entity. Halloween 4 picks up after the strange attempt of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch that didn't even feature old Michael Myers, so they were like, better get that guy back. In Halloween 4, Laurie Strode tragically died in a car crash, leaving behind her young daughter Jamie. Following the canonical events of Halloween 2, it's 10 years later and Michael Myers awakens from a coma in dire need to scratch his murderous itch after discovering his sister's death. That culminates in this scene with Mikey back in Haddonfield chasing unsuspecting victims around town. So where do they end up? The roof, of all places. Come on guys, that's horror 101. Nevertheless, you could cut the amount of tension in this scene with a knife, ultimately ending with Michael throwing Rachel from the roof, allowing young Jamie to make her escape. And talking of that, swinging in at number 2, Tina's sacrifice, Halloween 5, 1989. And now we're following the trend of people sacrificing themselves to save the precious Jamie Lloyd from her murderous uncle. Again, despite the lackluster 5th Halloween, this scene is actually great, highlighting the fact that if people follow John Carpenter's tracks, they'll end up with the right results. Also, Danielle Harris is fantastic in this movie, cementing herself as a true scream queen. Halloween 5 picks up a year later following the events of Halloween 4, and Jamie Lloyd is still dealing with the scars left over from her first encounter with her uncle Michael Myers, who, of course, ain't dead yet and actually survived falling down a mine shaft after being nursed back to life by a weird little hermit out in the woods. We actually get a 2-for-1 in this scene, the pure terror and slow crawl from Jamie as she frantically claws to safety, and the ultimate sacrifice of her pal Tina to ensure Jamie's getaway. Yet again, people just throw themselves at Michael to make sure Jamie Lloyd is safe and sound. What a liberty. Also, I know I shouldn't laugh, but that groan from Tina at the end is hilarious. Run! And finally, at our number 1 spot, it has to be Laurie Strode, Halloween 1978.
You can't kill the boogeyman.
Get in there, come on, Tommy. Now lock the door.
Because, as we all know, it can be no other. Some things are iconic for a reason, and Halloween is iconic because Jamie Lee Curtis locked herself in a closet while being tracked down by the Shape, and she quickly realizes how damn stupid of a decision that is. It gave way to the trope that Victor Miller, Tobe Hooper and Wes Craven understood so well. You don't need grand locations and intricate sets to inspire fear, you just need a suburban home with nowhere left to hide. I could talk about this scene all day. Hell, even the soundtrack alone, because for 7 minutes of pure tension, John Carpenter really goes the distance, and he delivers. This is also the first time where we realise that there's something more to this character than first meets the eye. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. It's what makes Michael Myers such a standout horror villain. He's the personification of the fear of the unknown. Even throughout the franchise, the reason that Halloween's creators lent on Michael Myers is because he struck a chord with the genre. It didn't matter if some of the films were trash or plot lines became absurd. We watch it for Michael Myers as we struggle to figure out what the hell is going on behind that mask. Well, unfortunately folks, that's all we've got time for in today's video. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed our second part of the Monster Files series. Cheers for sticking around all the way to the end. If you've got a suggestion for this series or just a critical or kind word, let us know your thoughts in the comment box down below. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button as well as that subscribe bell so you can stay up to date with your daily dose of horror. As always, I've been your host Jack Finch. You've been watching the Monster Files right here on Top 5 Scary Videos, and until next time, you take it easy.